Hello everybody and welcome back for some weekly VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. Today, we have some great games and game updates to go over. Quest version 57 is here and it introduces legs amongst some other really cool things we have to go over. And finally, Echo VR is back, sort of. Now there are of course links and timestamps if you want to skip ahead, but before we jump in, this video is brought to you by my sponsor Kiwi Design. Have you added about 15 accessories to your Quest 2 and it no longer fits in the official case? Well, don't worry because Kiwi has you covered. Kiwi's brand new carrying case guarantees to fit 9 accessories. There's pockets for extra cables, an ample amount of padding and a hard exterior to help protect your device, plus a nice sleek black water resistant design. There's a link in the description to their website, and don't forget to use discount code Mateo311 for 5% off and to help support my channel. Okay, so let's start this video off like normal with the check-in, and that's what exactly have I been playing. Well, I'm currently preparing a video for the 4v1 asymmetrical horror title Inverse. It was so much fun to play, so I can't wait to show you guys that video that will be available on Thursday. I also jumped back into Swordsman VR now that it is officially released on the Quest 2, and they did a really good job with this game. But let's move on to what games are releasing this week. Next up, we have the monkey-themed high-flying platformer Toss. Prepare to go bananas while swinging yourself through the clouds at high speed. Toss is one of those games that has the ability to truly showcase VR, and it's like a whole new evolution of the platforming genre. I just hope the game is actually good. Now moving on to a game that I know is good, the original Fisherman's Tale is now available on the PlayStation VR 2. This mind-bending puzzle action-adventure title originally released back in 2019, but PlayStation VR users actually got the opportunity to play the second game before the original. So if you enjoyed another Fisherman's Tale and want to see where the series began, or you're just a fan of puzzle experiences, I highly recommend you go check out this game. Now that right there covers all new VR game releases, but I do have plenty of additional updates to go over, starting with the Light Brigade. The Memories of War update includes a new weapon, a personal combat drone, special areas, new tactical items, and finally a new firing range. The Light Brigade was an excellent roguelike title with a truly unique feel, and I'm glad to see they're still working on updates. Next up, the 5th and final scene of Pistol Whip's Overdrive season is here. In work, you'll have to survive a thumbs down from the Emperor and make your way through a neon-colored coliseum. Horse-drawn chariots, shielded enemies, and plenty of gates won't stop you because you're going to be pumped up by this game's new track. It's amazing how Cloudhead Games continues to make this game feel so exciting and new with each update. So if you're a Pistol Whip fan or you've never tried out the game, go check it out now and get in on some new action. Now our next story definitely isn't good news and is a little out of date because it happened last month in August. Apparently the title Paradox of Hope has been removed from Steam because of copyright infringement. The developers of Metro 2023 decided this game is too similar to their own, issued a copyright strike, and Steam has currently removed the game, and the solo developer of Paradox of Hope just can't hope to fight against a large studio, so basically the game is dead. Now there's still a lot more to this story though. Now I have spent a couple hours going down the rabbit hole, not only reading people's comments, but also educating myself more on copyright law, and it's really there to protect the company and their product, of course, from being copied to a point that someone benefits off of the original, to the point maybe that they mistake this new product for the original. And I don't think that's actually the case here for Paradox of Hope. No one's looking at that game and saying, oh, I can't tell the difference between this and Metro 2023. A lot of people made the comparison, said this is VR's Metro 2033, but we've done that with a million other games. Also, there were no assets stolen from the original title. So my personal opinion is this doesn't violate copyright law, but it's so borderline that if this actually did go to court, I'm not sure who would actually win. So it sucks for the developer. This is sad to hear, and apologies that I didn't cover this sooner, but I really did not hear about this story until someone in my comments actually, kept mentioning it. And really no one else covered this. The big outlets didn't really cover it. So I'm surprised to see this. I'm glad someone brought that to my attention. And again, I feel really bad for the developer. I hope something gets worked out. Well, let's move on to a better topic, and that's Echo VR is coming back, sort of. No, Meta is not bringing this game back to life, and Ready at Dawn is not working on it again. However, the developer behind Gorilla Tag is creating a spiritual successor that they hope will rival the original. Currently codenamed Project A2, we shouldn't expect this game until at least late 2024. So if you're looking to jump in right now and get your Echo fix, I'm sorry you'll have to wait. But it will include some new items. Servers will be player controlled, you can customize your space station and set up the art and the decor, and you'll also be able to control the rule set behind your game matches. While the developers of Gorilla Tag are not the studio I would expect a game like this to come from, you cannot deny their success, and I'm really intrigued to see what they bring us in the not so relatively near future. Okay, so let's move to the last topic of the day, and that's the Quest version 57 update, which finally brings us legs, hairy ones. Okay, so it's been nearly a year since the Meta Connect and Zuckerberg showed off some legs, but we now know that whole thing was faked. We've been waiting 11 months and they're finally here. If you received version 57, you logged in and you may notice, look, you have legs and you can customize them. There's also a bunch of other updates, one that I'll get to in a minute that excites me more than anything else. So the second update is the menu has been now set to default as a touch menu. So instead of using your controller and scrolling around, you can actually reach out and physically touch the menu and bring it towards you and move it over. It's a nice change, and I think why they're going this direction is they want to help standardize these touch features as they move into the next generation of AR, which is the final really cool thing that's been found in this update. The ever-obsessed Quest data miners have found a video in the new firmware which shows how your room scanning will most likely work on the Quest 3. Now, that new hardware does come with a depth sensor, which should make room setup much easier. If you've ever done a room setup now with the Quest 2 or Quest Pro, it's kind of a pain in the butt. You have to go around and trace everything, and it's really hard to get things to line up just right. Well, now with a room sensor, there's also going to be a room scanning mode where you basically just look around, similar to what the PlayStation VR 2 does, but I'm expecting it to be a lot more accurate. So you'll look around, it'll scan your room, and you should be able to set up the proportions. And I'm just assuming going one step further, you'll be able to say that's the couch, that's the table with one click, rather than the cumbersome solution that's available right now. So this looks pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to the Quest 3. It's coming in the near future, guys. Only a month away, basically. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you guys on next time.